Hi everyone, welcome to another video. Today I wanted to discuss something that's been really important for me and I want to address it. When I first started practicing mindfulness and trying to meditate, I was doing it with the intention of wanting to find happiness. There was this drive of me just thinking that I really wanted to become happy or happier. I was generally a happy person, but there was this drive to find a way to become happier with mindfulness. So it helped me combat stress, it helped me find happiness, but the drive wasn't right at the beginning. And sometimes when you want something so bad, you actually don't achieve it. You kind of get in your own way of achieving when it comes to things like that. So what I want to discuss today is this idea of happiness. There's a lot of research in positive psychology these days, and there's been more research done on happiness than any other time in the world. Because we're living longer, we have more, yet we're less happy than if we compare it to maybe 40 years ago. So why is that? So a lot of research has been coming out, and I'll share something that's very interesting to me, which is something called the happiness set point. I'm going to use a little picture to show. So this little happy pie is showing us a really interesting result of some studies that have been done. Well, 50%, it seems, from the research of our happiness is genetic. It's kind of in our upbringing, in our DNA, it kind of has been, it's not something we can change. That's actually called the happiness set point. Then, 10%, which is the yellow, 10% of our happiness is changed by circumstance. So what that means is, and this was really interesting for me, if you win the lottery, tons of money, after 6 months, you come back to your happiness set point. If you become paraplegic, which is horrible, months later, you would think you'd never be happy, but you actually return to a happiness set point. And so 40%, which is kind of the pinkish area here, is your intentionality and your activity and kind of the stuff that you do to try to change things. So that's kind of where mindfulness hangs out. The idea is that, can we do something to change our happiness? Well, yeah, almost half of it we can. And why is it that mindfulness brings happiness? Well, again, since I'm science-minded in that way, I need research, I need studies, I need data. And so studies have shown that when it comes to our mindfulness, people who practice moment-to-moment living find the joys in things that they do. And so what happens is, if I am taking joy out of having a great meal with great friends or my family, and I treasure that and I eat slowly and I savor the moment, well, that's gonna change the way I feel. Regardless of how much money I have, regardless of the kind of house I live in, that's gonna be, that moment-to-moment happiness really makes such a big difference to our lives. Mindfulness is teaching us to be in the moment. And so it's using this information that really guides me in seeing that by practicing the day-to-day, by practicing being in the moment, we then take the pleasures and the things that are making us happy, that if we were mind-wandering, not here, we would miss so much of those things that really bring happiness to our lives. So that's how I've interpreted mindfulness, helping through studies showing that it helps us to stay present to the things that we enjoy so that we can improve our happiness in our lives. Thanks so much, and I'll see you tomorrow.